If you're about to withdraw funds from your 401k, you're probably concerned about avoiding penalties and fees. It's a tricky situation, especially if you're a retiree looking to access your savings without taking a hit. Stick with me, and I'll guide you through the key steps to do it correctly. First things first, you need to understand that the IRS is very specific about the rules for 401k withdrawals. If you withdraw funds before you turn 59 and a half, you'll likely face a 10% early withdrawal penalty. On top of that, you'll owe regular income taxes on the amount withdrawn. But here's the good news. There are ways to avoid those penalties, legally. If you're over 59 and a half, congratulations. You can withdraw without that pesky 10% penalty. However, you'll still face regular income tax, which is why it's crucial to plan how and when you take those funds. It's not just about avoiding the penalty, but also about minimizing the tax impact. But what if you're under 59 and a half? There are a few exceptions to the penalty rule. For example, if you become permanently disabled or use the funds for certain medical expenses, you might be able to avoid the 10% penalty. There's also the option of taking a hardship withdrawal if you're experiencing financial difficulty. However, these exceptions don't exempt you from paying regular taxes. Another option to avoid penalties is the 401k loan. With this, you borrow money from your 401k and pay it back with interest. As long as you follow the repayment schedule, you won't face penalties. But be cautious, because if you fail to repay the loan on time, the balance will be treated as a distribution and subject to penalties and taxes. If you're retiring early or planning to make withdrawals in the near future, consider a strategy called Substantially Equal Periodic Payments, SEPP. This allows you to withdraw funds from your 401k before age 59 and a half without penalties, if you follow a specific withdrawal schedule that the IRS approves. It's a great way to tap into your retirement savings without triggering penalties, but it's important to stick to the plan once you start, or else penalties could apply. Now here's where things get interesting. If you're serious about protecting your wealth, you may want to consider a gold IRA. Gold IRAs offer a way to diversify your retirement savings and avoid market volatility. More importantly, gold IRAs have tax advantages and could help shield your funds from the penalties and fees tied to other investment strategies. If you're curious, I highly recommend clicking the first link in the description below to get your hands on a free guide that thousands of Americans are using to safeguard their wealth. It's definitely worth exploring if you have at least 100K in your IRA or 401k, or even $5 million in savings. Let's continue. If you're approaching retirement age and want to avoid penalties, another strategy is rolling over your 401k into an IRA. This allows you to avoid the 10% penalty and gives you more control over your investment choices. An IRA also offers more flexibility than a 401k, letting you access your funds without the harsh penalty structure. But make sure the rollover is done correctly. An improperly executed rollover could result in penalties or taxes. If you have a large 401k balance, I want to share a quick tip. Think about spreading out your withdrawals over multiple years. This can help reduce the tax burden because you're not withdrawing a large sum all at once. By spreading it out, you can avoid jumping into a higher tax bracket, which is common when people make large, lump sum withdrawals. Here's a final thought for those of you with a substantial amount saved. A gold IRA could be a game changer for you. Not only does it help you diversify, but it's also a great strategy to protect your wealth from inflation and economic instability. It's the perfect option for those with 100K or more in your IRA or 401k, or even those with $5 million in savings. So, to sum it up, make sure you're over 59 and a half, look into exceptions like disability or medical expenses, consider 401k loans or SEPP, and definitely think about rolling your 401k into an IRA for more flexibility. And if you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, don't miss the free guide I mentioned earlier. Just click the link in the description. If you're a retiree with 100K or more in savings, or even $5 million in your retirement accounts, getting this guide will be a smart move to safeguard your assets. Let's make sure your hard-earned money is working for you, not against you.